Welcome to SmackDown Vs Raw 2006 General Manager Mode. I am your host, attackslug, and no, I have not played this one yet, so here we go. Let's draft a roster, let's choose the blue brand, SmackDown, let's look at the rules. Draft picks are alternating, Raw has the ladies, SmackDown has the cruisers, and I'm not required to draft all 20 superstars between 12 and 20. Let's go. Who gets first pick? Oh, look, I get first pick. $10 million. So, my first pick of the overall draft when it comes to popularity, not myself at 20. What happened there? But can I sort by most popular? Can I sort by popularity? Here we go. The Rock, the Great One, is the top tier talent in this game. So popularity, contract, overall. If you're booking for overalls, certainly I could beat anybody here at 99 from playing the regular mode, but obviously we're booking based on who is popular, and the Great One is popular. So we get The Rock for $222,250, and we'll give him a 5-week, that will give him a 3-month deal worth $500,000. It's The Rock. It's the top movie star in the world. We're getting The Rock. So Raw gets the Hitman. Let's draft number 2. Continuing to book by who is most popular. So again, we sort by that, and we got old Stone Cold. So, imagine that. The Rock and Stone Cold. We're getting Stone Cold, and we'll give him a 3-month deal at $500,000. So that is $1 million down in cash. Raw picks the Dead Man, and certainly Bret Hart and Taker had some great matches. I think that obviously I would want John Cena and also Randy Orton. So I think having John Cena and Randy Orton would be great, but I know that if I skip over Andre for Mankind, would Raw choose Andre and then let me get Triple H, but then they get John Cena? And I want John Cena because he's John Cena and I can see him. So I think I will go for Mankind. I'll give him a 5-week deal, and they get Triple H. They didn't get Andre for some reason, which is weird, but okay. So at that point, I definitely want John Cena, and if they get Batista, fine, because I'm also aiming for a Randy Orton and perhaps a Shawn Michaels. So John Cena also on a 5-week deal. Raw chose Kurt Angle. It's true. It's true. Now, pick number 5 is where it gets interesting. Do I go with Batista at 80 or Shawn Michaels at 76, knowing that Shawn can also be the Cruiserweight champion if I needed him to be, and elevate that title to all kinds of unheard of greatness? I think when it comes to guys I could have, like certainly Cena and Batista, big deal. But let's get Shawn Michaels instead of Batista, because HBK is indeed Mr. WrestleMania. And we'll give him a 3-month deal for old Shawn there. And now, the CPU on Raw chose Andre, which means I could grab Batista, but also if they grab Randy and I don't get Randy, that's going to be a problem. So, if they don't choose the Bulldog, like if I go with Batista and they don't grab the British Bulldog, look man, I want Randy Orton. So we're going to give Randy Orton a 3-month deal here. There we go. Now, they grab the Bulldog, which means I can get Batista. And also, they're signing longer deals. Because I have 7.5 mil, they have 5.9 mil. So, let's get the Manimal Batista on a 3-month deal. And they got Trish Stratus for some ultimate satisfaction. And I'm still ahead in the money-wise. Pretty good here. So, number 8. Now, it gets perhaps interesting. And we need more than one cruiserweight. And the last thing I want is for Raw to get the greatest mask of all time. So I'm going to grab Rey here and give him a 6-month deal. Because it's Rey Mysterio. They got Eddie. Okay, unfortunate for me. But we move on here, and we got Jake the Snake, we got Teddy DiBiase, we got JBL, we got It's the Big Show on a 5-week deal. They got RVD, one of a kind. Number 10 position. I want Edge. Obviously, a lot of names here before Edge, but it's Edge. I want Edge. I want Edge on a 6-month deal. The Edgester. They got Jake the Snake Roberts. Now then, if I have Edge, can I also have Christian? Or is he not here somewhere? How far down? There he is. Christian. At last, you're back in a tag team, maybe? Christian on a 3-month deal for $400K. They got Stacy Keibler. I don't have that title here, so that's whatever. But meanwhile, we still have the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Chris Jericho. We'll give him a 3-month deal at $400K. They got Ted DiBiase. So 13. Let's see. Who else do I really want here? Oh, Booker T. Yes, please. We'll give him a 5-week deal. So King Abuka. They got, that's got to be Kane. We're down to 4.5 mil versus 3.2 mil at a 14 spot. How much farther do I go, though, right? Because I don't have to go all the way to 20. So perhaps I'll stop at 15 and then call it for the draft. But I'm going to need more tag teams if I have Edge and Christian. Who do they fight? Who do they fight? So, yes, Paul London as a cruiser. And we got Chavo, Daivari, Tajiri, Scotty, the Hurricane, Spike, Charlie, myself. But in terms of other potential tag teams, do I get the Bashams, or do I go for the world's greatest tag team of Shelton and where is Charlie Haas in here somewhere, maybe? Perhaps? Masters? No, where is Haas, there he is. And he's a cruiser at 25, which is way down there. So let's grab the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin, on a 3-month deal. And they got Lita over on Raw. Man, Kane and Lita. Imagine that. And then I do want his tag team partner in Haas. So give me Haas. And I'll give him a 3-month deal here at 154K. They got JBL. Then at the 16th spot, I think we'll make this the last pick of this particular draft. And my final pick will be... in terms of pop, I can get JYD, Eugene, Hassan, Carlito, Paul London. Yeah, but I kind of want the man's man, William freaking Regal, to a 3-month deal. He's a man. And Carlito goes to Monday Night Raw. And that is where we stop with several spots open in 17, 18, 19, and 20. Will Raw spend that cash? We'll see. I'm going to hit start and see what happens. Oh, they just got Paul London, was who they got as their last pick. So, unfortunately, that means for right now, London and Kendrick not an option in my tag team division. But who will hold the big gold? Who will be my World Heavyweight Champion? John Cena is a good pick. Randy Orton, not as much. Shawn Michaels. Who's my top pick here? The Rock? The Rock is Stone Cold. I'm going to give it to The Rock because Austin was always better chasing the title. So we'll have our corporate champion, The Rock. Our tag team titles go to Edge and Christian. So Christian and his buddy Edge. In the U.S. title scene, John Cena. And then our Cruiserweight champion. Our options here are Haas, Christian, Ray, Shawn. That's it. So not much of a division. I'll give it to Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. There are the SmackDown champions. Raw, I have no idea. What do you got? And here he is. Former chairman, now disgraced in obscurity, Vincent Kennedy McMahon says, congrats. This is why you have a job. Alright, so, fight for GM of the Year, and report to JR and Taz, etc., etc. Let's go. And here we are in Orangeburg, South Kakalaki. Emails. Taz, what do you got in the reports section? My cash is 3.7. My cost here is 50K so far. Let's check out our current champions. Can I look at Raw's current champions or just me? That's not what I wanted. We have rivalries. Can I make some or Oh, start them using a promo prior to starting the rivalry, and or have two superstars have a singles match against each other. Sustain them by being in the same match every week. So, okay, sure. Proposing trades? I want to know who's champion on Raw, but I don't think they're going to tell me here at the moment. So, alright, whatever. I'm not going to trade just yet. We got some free agents that are still out there to sign, and we got customize my superstar attributes, which I don't really care at this point for myself, because nobody signed me, not even me. In the reports, we've done nothing yet, so Taz... Alright, I'm not going to read this here. If you want to, go ahead and pause it. So, yeah. There's that. I'll figure it out. And the current fan support is 5 million apiece. Man, both those shows in modern day would love to have 5 million in the ratings. It hasn't happened in quite some time. So, anyhow, let's go book our... Well, we're going to save first. Saving current progress. Let's book that first show and try to establish our rivalries on SmackDown. Now then, the main event, match type, singles, no managers, Stone Cold, not Christian, Stone Cold versus The Rock. So, there we go. Now, do I change it for the title, or do I just go, alright, that's just fine, we'll do it singles, and hopefully that starts a feud? I don't know. Can I start a promo before that? Like in our opening first promo, can I say, alright, I want start a rivalry between The Rock and Stone Cold, or are they already booked and therefore it won't work? No, it's here. Alright, so Stone Cold calls out The Rock, and they end up in the main event, of course. Now, match number 5, I would say would be our tag team contest. So we'll see who will challenge Edge and Christian here in a tag team matchup. So, oh right, again, I have Haas and Benjamin, and Haas and Benjamin can fight Edge and Christian. So Edge and Christian. Here we go with that. So, good with that. Continue. Now then, we have another spot for promo here, and again, should there be a rivalry for that? Honestly, I should say, we'll start one between John Cena, who is the U.S. champion, and Randy Orton for that U.S. title. So, those two do that thing. Now, I'm not going to book them, I don't think, this week. We'll see who we have. Rey Mysterio versus... We'll say Chris Jericho. I don't think he's a cruiser, but we'll say Chris Jericho. That'd be a good match. That was a good match. So, alright. Do that. And honestly, can we change the match to be a First Blood match? Yes, we can. So, that's some cost there, that's some fatigue there, but why not do a First Blood between those two? So, really, alright. Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio, which is not really going to be a feud, I don't think, but again, we'll see. First Blood. Now then, match number 3, we've got a Big Dave Batista. So, this changing, like, it just should go to that by default. But, we have Batista, and we'll put Batista up against Booker, the Big Nasty. Paul White, no more BS, is going to fight who is not booked on this show just yet. Shawn Michaels? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Alright. And then match number 1. Is anyone left to even book here on this card? I don't know. We're going to find out. So, change superstar. Who is left that is not in the yellow here to be even booked? Regal and Mankind. Yes. That match, sure. Let's do it. Let's do it. For all Mankind. Have a nice day. To recap, Regal, Mankind, Big Show, Shawn Michaels. Promo, Austin Rock. Batista, Booker T, Jericho, Rey, First Blood, John Cena, Randy Orton, promo. World's Greatest Tag Team versus Edge and Christian. And Austin versus The Rock. That is a hell of a first SmackDown for this show. Let's ready up and see how things go. It could fail amazingly, but we'll see. Now then, match number 1, Mankind beats the Man's Man. Match number 2, Big Show Shawn Michaels. HBK takes down the Big Nasty. Batista, Booker T, all hail King Booker. Jericho and Mysterio. Jericho made Ray bleed. Tag team action playa. It's SmackDown, holla holla, Edge and Christian. And let us watch Stone Cold and The Rock. For those wondering, I am playing on a PS2 emulator, and I am upscaling to a great degree the internal resolution to make it look much nicer on modern video screens. Now, perhaps it'll cause some weird nonsense and glitches, but I think we'll be okay here with this game. So, Stone Cold, give me a hell yeah, what? So here's to ya, you mealy-mouthed piece of trash. And thankfully we have Tony Chimmel on ring announcing duties. And there's Austin with the birds. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, not wearing the belt, but he is the champion. So bring on the jabroni beaten, pie eaten, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, etc., etc. You get the idea, right? Here we go. Stone Cold and The Rock, one of the all-time greatest rivalries, and man, this camera is in super close. I actually just watched Mania 15 last night, so it was a good time. That was a one-match Mania. Like, the rest of that Mania was like, eh, and then the main event was Austin and Rock, and Austin beat Rock for that title with, like, 4 referees. That was an insane main event. It just kept going on and on and on. Alright, now we got one knocked out, and knocked out, and knocked out, and DQ'd. Okay, here finally we got Earl Hebner, and then Mankind, and it was nuts. It was nuts. The Bulldog from Austin. And we got Cole and Taz here. I can hear in the background on commentary as Austin getting posted into that solid steel ring post. It don't quite hit the same as a giant LED board these days, but hey, suplex from the Great One. And will he hit that rock bottom on Stone Cold? That was not it. Blocked it. Got the wrist control and misses it. Austin with that. Nope. Reversed. Again, this catch as catch can in this contest is quite. Oh no, referee in full view. He saw that. That happened. And somehow he's like, no, it's Rock and Austin. Let it go. Just let it go. Or it's no DQ. I don't know. Like, these things happen. But The Rock, just with the headbutts. The animation there is just spectacular. Rock is almost to where he needs to be in terms of putting away old Stone Cold with perhaps a people's elbow as his deal here gets to the higher and higher and higher level. But Austin there, the $1 million dream, because he was the ringmaster brought in by Ted DiBiase when he debuted in the World Wrestling Federation. So having that in your moveset, oh, spine on the pine from The Rock. Here it is, the most glitchy. I forgot that the finisher deals here get real glitchy in this emulator, and yeah. And there we go. It came back after that very, very long people's elbow type deal, and kick out of people's elbow. Okay. All right. Tap L1 to complain, Rock. Come on. You're a heel, right? I think. I can't tell. So here we are. Match is continuing as Austin took that damage from that finisher from The Rock. Can he eke it out and grab a victory from the jaws of defeat? And will Austin's finish also black the screen out and go into super slow-mo? And can I actually fix that or disable it? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. So, Austin back into the arm lock. Arm wrench. Kicks from The Rock under the ropes, but Austin reverses it and pushes Rock back. And fists of fury are flying in the face of the People's Champion. Austin here. Big double axe handle to the back of the neck of the Great One. But The Rock fights back. Another Bulldog from Stone Cold. and eventually gonna get that mud hole stomped and walk it dry as Austin has control here. Snapmare, and then another drop kick to the back as Austin's meter is getting about to where he needs to be to put the stunner onto The Rock. He's very close. He's very, very close. So from behind, whiffs it, fights back into the ropes, and a chop takes down the rattlesnake. But Austin is still very, very close. There it is. And again, all right, that's a problem. Can I turn that off? I don't know, but it takes a little bit to actually finish. And there's the stunner. And can Austin pin the champion in a non-title contest? No, only a 2 count. SmackDown rolls on. The Rock is back to finish. Will he hit the rock bottom on a Stone Cold, a Steve Austin? It just might happen. And so far, Austin avoided it. Samoan drop from The Rock. And, alright, he stored it. So he still has it. But when will he hit it? Or will we see another People's Elbow? We'll see. Because Austin is not counted out of this matchup just yet. But he's looking not too great at this particular juncture. Oh, critical error from The Rock. This part of the matchup is not great. Half crab. Oh, STF from old Stone Cold. Will The Rock escape that STF? Yes, he will. Oh, rock bottom. Out of the corner. That might be it. That might be all she wrote. If Rock goes for the pinfall here, a 1, a 2, and it's over. The Great One wins the match.
Here's your winner. The future's looking bright for that man right there.
Okay, let's continue and see what happened with Monday Night Raw. Okay, so SmackDown match of the week was The Rock and Stone Cold. Eddie prevailed, a victory for Ted, and the fans are tuning in, but to which show? Bret Hart still champion. Who did he fight? Who knows? And Kurt Angle won his match against who? Who knows? And Raw rating is 3 stars. SmackDown rating is 2.5. Raw fans 5.09. SmackDown we're at 4.91. So Raw is currently winning in the ratings. Now then, let's save the game, perhaps make some changes for tomorrow, and tune in back for that here on this channel. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.